So it is a bank holiday weekend. It is the start of May, which is actually one of my favourite months of the year. I love the kind of fresh, happy feeling that May brings. And I thought that we could spend the weekend together. There's a couple of bits and bobs that I want to do, and I thought you guys could come along with me. I'm thinking things like maybe a little shopping trip, some home updates as well, particularly in here in the kitchen. I am also going to show you the project I have undertaken, which is our dining table and chairs, and we've got a new sofa. We've had all sorts going on at the moment. And yeah, I thought it would be really nice just to spend a bit of time together, more of a vlog style, because I know that I've been doing a lot of the herbalism stuff recently, but I thought it would be good to just touch base with you guys and give you a bit of a home update. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna go on a little shopping trip just for a wander around the shops. Knowing me, it'll probably be HomeSense or TK Maxx or somewhere like that, because I love having a little rummage. Just have a quick look around, see what's there. And yeah, if I pick anything up, I will show you guys that in a second when we get back. shops. I can't lie, I didn't get a lot. There was quite a lot of lovely things in there, so I hope you enjoyed those clips. But I don't know, you know when you're in one of those moods when you're just like, oh, do I really need that? Probably not. Did I really need this? Probably not, but you know, that's life. Anyway, I'll quickly show you what I got. I didn't get much, as I said, but let's just crack on. So the first thing I got was this pot for a houseplant I have upstairs in my office. It was just $3.99, and I thought it was a really lovely kind of rustic texture. And yeah, I just really like the colour, and I thought it was a really reasonable price. If I was to buy that in a garden centre, I feel like it'd be like 15 quid. So the next thing I got, again, this was in the sale actually. So these were £3.60, and these are just some like thank you cards, like little note cards. I don't know if I can have a look inside. Oh, they're really nice. There you go, just little thank you cards. I feel like these are just really handy things to have for when you're, oh, yeah, little envelope. Yeah, I feel like these are just really handy things to like have in your cupboard as and when you need them. And as I said, they were like £3, so I thought, that's a good deal. So I picked up those. So these are obviously napkins. I am currently undergoing a massive, like, I don't know, love for William Morris prints. I just think they're so beautiful, and I'm seeing quite like lots of different like variations and stuff of them out there, and I feel like it's having a little bit of a revival maybe. But I just love them. I think they're so cool, so beautiful. I love the depth of them, how creative they are. I think that they're not twee either. Sometimes I think with prints, you personally, for my taste, I find them a little bit yeah, a bit too cutesy and dainty, whereas I just think these are really nice, very different. I really like the willow boughs print, and what's the other one? Blackthorn. That's the other one I really like. So yeah, I'm kind of keeping my eyes peeled for any of these lovely patterns just to kind of introduce them to our house. And yeah, these were £2.50. Can't go wrong. And then the penultimate thing I picked up was this vetiver and saltwood candle. So it's just a little jar candle. And again, that was £4 in the sale. And it smells divine. It smells really, really nice. So yeah, I really liked that, and I love the jar. I feel like these are the kind of jars you can keep. And then lastly, I got this chopping board. So I think it's like a, let me take this off because I feel like you can't, yeah, that's much better. There you go. That looks way nicer, doesn't it? Really like that. It's kind of like a serving board, chopping board, and I might pop that like over there with the other chopping board. And I think, yeah, I just think it's really nice. And that was like, I think £7 or something like that, which again, I thought was a really good price. It's this nice, like acacia wood kind of thing. I think I actually got this from Home Bargains rather than TK Maxx because I did pop in there. But I mainly got dog treats. So I won't show you that. I'll show Ember receiving a dog treat instead, because I think that's a bit more exciting than just, yeah, pedigree. I'm gonna give that a wash and put all of this stuff away.
Bambi, come here. Sit. Sit. Paw. Paw. And round. Lie down. Lie down. Good. And up. Yes.
So I thought what I'd do now is just kind of give you, yeah, a little bit of a home update and just give you an updated kind of view of our sort of kitchen dining area. So I'm going to flip the camera around and kind of talk you through everything. And I'm also going to pop in some footage of the dining table makeover now so that you can kind of see the process that went on, and then you'll be able to see the finished result, which is really exciting, and I'm really, really pleased with it. So this was the dining table and chairs that I actually got from eBay for, I think it was £100, which is absolutely amazing. So it is actually a 6-seater chair, so you can only see 4 seats there, and this is it extended with, like, you know, the extra leaf out, if that makes sense. So basically what I did was I absolutely sanded the life out of it. As you can see, I only have a tiny little mouse sander, so I did the best I could. But yeah, just getting this initial very orangey varnish off was, you know, number one priority for me. I then basically got a dustpan and brush to take off all the sawdust. I wiped it down and I stained them. And then this is me just painting. So I found this wonderful green paint off of Amazon actually. I will try to remember to link it below. It's the most gorgeous kind of sage rustic green. So I went over and painted 2 coats on all of the chairs and the dining table. And this is me just taking the masking tape off between the spindles of the chairs. But I absolutely love it. I am so, so pleased with it. It's perfect. So this is now the finished result of the dining table, and we are so, so pleased with it. I absolutely love the colour. I really enjoy the stain as well. This kind of slightly darker, more kind of, I don't know what you'd call it, antique style of stain. And I think it just looks really nice against the green there. It's just a really nice contrast. Don't mind Ember's ball. But yeah, we really like it. And I found these amazing seat cushions from TK Maxx actually. So they kind of got the white and black border, and they're like a lovely sage green linen-y material there. So they look really nice. And then at the moment, because there were only 4, I've just got these nice pillows here that we had in our old house actually. These are actually from B&M, to be fair, and they are a bit battered now as you can see, but I can fix that and give that a stitch. But yeah, I really, really like this finished result. I think it looks really nice and bright. And yeah, if I just back up a little bit, you can see that there's plenty of room for the table and chairs. Originally, we just had it, because this is extended, you can kind of see the leaf in the middle here. So originally we just had it closed together without the leaf and then just 4 seats round. But we realised we actually have space to be able to extend it and have 6 each, which is really, really lovely and a definite privilege to be able to have the room for that. And then what I also have, so I picked up these lovely, what they're called, placemats from Dunelm. Let me just focus the camera, there we go. So yeah, I got these from Dunelm. These are just wheat, I think they call them wheatgrass or hyacinth or something like that. So those were from Dunelm, and I think they're like £7, £7.99 for 2. So obviously I got 4 when we had 4 seats. So now I need to get another set of 2. So there's 6. Then I got this lovely vase. That's actually from TK Maxx, but I really liked how chunky and rustic it looked. I thought that was nice. And then these little coasters obviously have, you know, oh, honestly, this camera is not wanting to focus today. There we go. So these coasters are obviously from Home Sense. They're really, really lovely. But again, we only have 4 of them. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled for as and when they get more of those in stock. And then just a little napkin basket. That's quite a few years old. That's from B&M originally. And the napkins are, again, from TK Maxx, Home Sense. That's where I get a lot of this stuff from. So I don't know if many of you will remember that we actually had this alga in our previous house. We managed to wrestle it out from the chimney breast because our buyer, I don't think she wanted it. So yeah, we were like, well, we're not going to leave it because it's beautiful. And we've put it in this room because, as you can see, it is beautiful in here. By the way, those wires are fairy lights, not some sort of dodgy wiring. Although the command hooks keep coming off, so I really need to figure out a different way of keeping them on the plasticky PVC stuff. Anyway, because of all this wonderful glass, which is light and airy and very beautiful, it does sometimes mean that in the winter it gets really, really cold. So we do need some sort of heat source in here that isn't, you know, electric or a radiator, because it's just so expensive at the moment, energy and everything. So we really want to install this in here. Obviously the flue is going to have to go up through the glass panes. So yeah, we're just playing around with that. We're not 100% sure where we want it yet, but I think it looks quite nice from here. You can probably see me in the glass, my slippers on. I think it looks quite nice from here. Obviously the telly is not going to be staying there, that will be moved, but for now,
it will do. Any ideas on where you think that this could go, please let me know. So I will just pan round. This is our, again, excuse the garden, it's not great at the moment. But then this is the other side of the room, and this is our sofa that arrived. So this is actually from DFS. I think it's called the Mossley range, I believe. It's such a lovely sofa. It's kind of like a, I don't know how I would describe it. It's like a faux suede leather effect, and it's obviously like quite Chesterfield inspired. And we got the matching footstool as well, and I've just popped a tray on there with a candle and my magazine, but you can put drinks on there and stuff. But yeah, I love it. It's so comfortable. Like, it's really squishy and lovely, and we just love sitting on that. It's really, really nice. And yeah, we've got a few plants up there. But then reality hits when we pan around, because unfortunately we've got a massive fridge stuck here in the middle of the room, which kind of sucks. Yeah, basically we bought this again from our previous house where it fitted perfectly, but so I will pan round. The space for the fridge in this house is a lot smaller. It's about 15 centimeters too small, so we can't fit the big black fridge in there at the moment. We do have a tiny little fridge that, again, we brought with us, but obviously it looks, I mean, it looks a bit ridiculous. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting. Obviously, this is so budget dependent. Eventually, I think we're going to pop this into the cabin in the garden and use it as like a drinks fridge into my partner's man cave. And then, yeah, we're probably going to sell this little silver one and pop it. Let's pop the light on. There we go. Oh, is that making the camera go funny? Maybe not. Yeah, we're going to get a nice big, you know, like the kind of retro style fridges in there, which would look really cool. And then lastly, we have these bar stools that I actually got from Amazon, and I was really pleasantly surprised with them. They're really nice. If I just pull them out, you can kind of see that they are faux leather. They're not real leather. But I got all three for about, I think it was £100 on like a Prime Day deal situation. So yeah, I'm really pleased with them. I think they look lovely. I think 3 is the right number for here, because I think I measured it, and putting 4 there, it would just be really cramped. So yeah, I think that looks really nice. It's on top of our old rug, this is from Dunelm actually. And then that's our cardboard storage, because we have 3 recycling boxes here, which is a bit mad. And I bought a bin with just 2 slots on them. So yeah, that's for the recycling. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with those. I think that they look really good. I think an upcoming project for me would be to redo these worktops, because as you can see, they're a little bit, like, they're getting quite worn and kind of like black. If I move this, there we go, look, quite black around the sink. I would love to do them the same colour as the dining table. As you can see, it's a little bit darker. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That will happen at some point, because they're a little bit orangey at the moment, but that is going to be a huge project, because the dining table took me ages. So that might be something I do later on in the year. But yeah, stay tuned for that, because I think that could be a really cool project. So yeah, those are the kind of updates that we have at the moment in this kitchen. It's coming along really nicely, but you know, it's one of those things where it's just going to take time. Like, we can't do it all in one go. It's just crazy. So yeah, bit by bit, we're slowly getting there, and I'm really pleased with how it's coming along. I'm particularly really proud of that dining table. I just can't believe I found it for £100 on, yeah, I think it was eBay or something like that. £100, and it did look very different. So I am really pleased with how it's turned out. But it just goes to show you, you can do things on a budget. And there are some things where we're spending a little bit more, and other things where we're paring back and kind of doing DIY stuff. And I just think it's all about the balance to create something really personal to you in your home. So what I think we're going to do now is, I think we're going to take Ember out for a walk. It's looking a little bit grey, but we're going to try and catch it before it rains. And I really, really want to try to get some flowers. I'm looking at the vase now. I really want to try and get some wildflowers to put in here to go on the kitchen table, because we forgot to get some flowers from the supermarket
this week. But I want some, you know, the lovely cow parsley. I think that would look really lovely there. The only thing is that with that is that it does drop petals really quickly. So we'll see what we can do. But yeah, let's go for a little walk now through the countryside. And yeah, just find a bit of peace. So here is the finished result. I really love this flower arrangement. I love how kind of wild and rustic it looks. It's not perfect. It's not all uniform, but that's how I love flower arranging. That is one of the things that I find with things like you know, like the cut flowers you find in the supermarkets. They're all very uniform and samey, whereas I like how kind of wild and a bit crazy this looks. I think it looks really nice. One thing I will say, if you are cutting flowers, a top tip I learned as a kid, and I've always kind of done it in adulthood, is to cut the stems at a really sharp kind of diagonal point. And that basically opens up the surface area of the bottom of the stem so it can take up more water. And another thing I would say is, if you are grabbing some wildflowers, obviously only pick what you need, don't take too much, and don't completely take from one plant. I kind of plucked different sections of stems from different plants, and I did also give them a little bit of a shake before I brought them in the house, because, you know, we don't want bugs in the house. And some of them do have aphids, so definitely watch out for that. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you here next week. Have a lovely rest of your day. Stay happy and blessed be.